I don't think I'm that unique or even that special. I think I'm lucky. I'm very fortunate to have been inspired by great teachers along the way. Good morning, I'm Monica Lane, and I want to put this out here. I'm not a public speaker. I Googled how to do a speech, and it said
She has good jokes.
it said to start with jokes, but I don't know any appropriate jokes. So with that being said, I would like to say I'm honored and humbled to be included in such an amazing group of educators. I'm still pinching myself to see if this is real and how on earth did I get here? I have taught for 30 years. 25 years of those have been in special education. I graduated from the University of Texas at Austin, and I'm a wife, a mother, and a grandmother. I don't think I'm that unique or even that special. I think I'm lucky. I'm very fortunate to have been inspired by great teachers along the way. When I was 8 years old, I moved from Japan to Austin, Texas by way of Louisiana. My third grade teacher, Mrs. Walker, quickly realized I was a non-reader. She immediately put in place interventions through differentiation and literacy groups. For those of you who've been teaching as long as I have, literacy groups meant that I wasn't the Blackbirds group. It didn't take me long to move up and be in the Bluebird group and be a reader. The slowest reader on the face of the earth, but a reader nonetheless. I count myself lucky to have met Mrs. Walker. She inspired. After her love and her dedication, I was inspired. I knew what I wanted to be at 8 years old. I knew I wanted to be like her. I knew I wanted to make a difference, and I knew I wanted to be a teacher. As I moved through my educational career, middle school, high school, college, I continued having teachers that had that calling and that had the ability to see that need, to know my learning style, to pick out that I had absolutely no ability to focus on anything, and that I had reading issues. And again, through differentiation and effective teaching strategies, they helped me succeed. They helped me get through college. They helped me get through high school with honors. Not gonna lie, still can't focus to save my life, and I'm still the slowest reader in the world. But it doesn't matter. I wanted to be like them. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to teach. Fast forward 30 years. So many things have happened. So many students have touched my life. And how do I say this? I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have done that. I'm blessed to get to do what I've always wanted to do, which was teach, which was to make a difference. But the joke was on me, honestly. Yes, I taught. Yes, I made a difference in many lives. And I got to work with the type of student that I was, which was a non-traditional learner. Might not go to college, might go to college. I was lucky because my teachers helped me get there. But I got to do all those things, but in the end, my students have taught me more and given me more than I could have ever dreamed of giving them. They taught me empathy. They taught me that their reality is not my reality. They taught me how to look at things through their lens. They definitely taught me patience. And they taught me that sometimes it's not about academic achievement. It's about self-confidence. It's about self-esteem. Being a special ed teacher, a lot of times, and I teach resource, so a lot of times my students are beaten down by the time I've gotten them. They have failed and failed and failed before they come into my room. So it's my charge, my duty to meet their needs, find out how they learn, teach to that way. I might have to do a handstand someday to get their attention. I may sing, I may dance. I'll do whatever it takes to help them. So yes, I'm blessed. I've got to do what I like to do, love to do, my joy. I'm trying to write this speech, which I'm sorry, it's not much of a speech, but trying to write this speech, I tried to think of an accomplishment that I had achieved over my career. And honestly, there were many, but I had to ask myself, are these my accomplishments or are they my scholars' accomplishments? Because in reality, in all actuality, they did the work. They're the ones that did it. I have students who are, of course, now graduated because it's been forever. And I have students who you would never thought they would achieve. I have a child who's a preacher, a comedic preacher. I don't get any of his jokes, but he is a comedian and he is a preacher. But when I first got him, you would have never thought this child would have been there. He went through college. Many of my children have gone through college, not just him. But I think about him a lot because he just friended me on Facebook and keeps sending me jokes I don't get. When I think about that, I think about a student I have now, and he kind of puts it all in perspective. He's a 10-year-old third grade student. And man, before I start the story, know that I love this kid with every ounce of my being. Part of his frontal lobe is not developed. He's visually impaired, he's physically impaired, and has the attention span of a gnat, like he can't focus. And when I first met him, he's also very charismatic. He can talk any teacher, almost any teacher, into anything. I've seen him do a ninja warrior in the hallway with teachers that should be teaching or doing something else. So he's very charismatic and he's used to getting his way. Then he met me. That teacher that has high expectations. That teacher that has the patience to outweigh his silliness, wait for him to get it together. Every day for a very long time started out with tears. His, not mine. Well, maybe me some. But also yelling, Miss Lane, I hate you. I hate you. And my response every time is, I care way too much for you to allow you to be a non-reader. I care way too much for you to allow you to throw yourself on the floor and cry. This went on for many, many, many weeks. Slowly, and after much practice, he began reading. And he began counting, adding, subtracting, composing, decomposing numbers. He was learning. And slowly, our beginning and our endings of our days changed to, I love you, Mrs. Lane. Every day I got an I love you, usually two, from him. And no crying, no tears, not mine or his, there were none. Those are my accomplishments when they get there. But it's not mine, it's theirs because they did the work. So, in summation, I'm blessed. I actually got to do what I love to do, what I wanted to do. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to teach. And honestly, is it hard? Absolutely. Hardest job in the world. And I'm kind of making light of it, but we all know how much time, energy that goes into it. But is it worth it? And my answer is absolutely. These kids are our future. They are going to make the difference in the world. So with that being said, thank you.